You must be asking yourself, what should I do when I come across missing values? There are several approaches to deal with missing values, depending on the data set that you have, the analysis, and the problem that you are trying to solve. But the most common method is the drop option. So in this tutorial, we are going to learn on how we can deal with these missing values. Welcome. So this is our Spider IDE, and already I reported my data, the base data 1, which is in CSV format, and we can print it and see what is contained inside this file. So if you print, you will see we have this data with some missing values. So our interest is to use the drop function to drop these rows with missing values. So we need just to remain with the data with values, not with missing values. So to do that, let's go to editor file. We'll use the command drop NA. The drop NA, it drops by default, it drops any row with missing data or missing value. So let's write, before writing I have defined a new file, but this new file df1 is the file with the data from the original file. So to see how the drop NA function works, you just write df1, which is the new file, df1, the df1.drop drop NA function. So if you run, you will see, okay, no, we need to command to print this one. So let's say print, let's print this, print. So if we run this one, you can see the drop NA function for the new file with the data from this file, the same data, you will see that it have dropped all the rows with missing values and only 3 rows remained. That means the second, third, fifth, seventh, and 8th row together with the 9th row have been dropped. So you remain with only 3 rows which are clean, they don't have missing values. So what I can caution you is that if you choose the drop function or the drop procedure of dealing with the missing values, bear in your mind that you are going to reduce the number of your sample size. So if you have a huge sample size with few missing values, drop function is fine. But if you have a few number of sample size, the drop function is not appropriate for you. So this is how the drop function works. But also the drop function, you can command it by passing in some argument which is called how. So if you command the drop function by telling it or commanding it to drop any, how any, so it will drop any row with missing value. So if you pass an argument how is equal to any, if you open it or you run it, you will see it will have the same results here as the previous one, because in our data you find we have these rows having 1 or 2 row or 2 columns missing, having missing values. So that is one option. Another option, you can command in the drop function to drop a row if all of the columns have missing values. So let's run and then see what will happen. You see, this is the current output. This is the original one, and this is the output that we resulted from drop how for all. So you can see there is no changes because we have no row with all the columns have missing values. So in that case, the drop function will give you the same result because it cannot find a row where all the columns have missing values. So this is how the drop function works. So as I said earlier, the drop function is fine, but make sure you have a large sample size. That is, when you apply the drop function, it will not affect the sample size. Thank you for watching, but don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, and share. Bye.